How did you see this tonight?
You know what? I thought, through the first two, we did some good things, and there's some things that we need to clean up. Offensively, got to get harder in front of, the opposition's goalie. That's for sure. Defensively, got to work on closing plays a little bit faster. Like I said, we did some good things tonight, but there's a whole lot we can clean up and grow and get better.
Brayden, Monty mentioned that too, that just to compete at the net front. Were they doing a good job of boxing out, or could you have done a better job of getting there?
Nothing against them, but I think we just weren't hard enough there. Not willingness to go there, make it hard on Gustafson. I thought, we had some looks, but they weren't second and third opportunities and chaotic around the net. So that's obviously something we got to focus on here. Moving on to the next game.
You feel like this is a team that it would take some time to do that, or you can flip the switch next game and you're in front of the net and you're battling?
Yeah, we can do it. Because we have the guys that can do it. There's some things that they said we can just, we tried to make them some adjustments, but I just think it's not hard. It's just a simple recipe of going to the net and willingness to go there. And no different how they scored goals tonight. They were in and around our front of our net, and they got some bounces, and that's how you score goals, is when you have people there and you get bounces that go your way.
So how did you see things tonight?
Obviously not the result we wanted. Thought we came out all right, doing some good things, getting some good looks, but we just kind of strayed from it there in the second period. I think we got a little down once they got a few goals, and we didn't have that bite to kind of get through it and try and turn the tide a little bit.
Justin, how much was it a difference, the net front at both ends?
Yeah, it's important every night. Obviously, they got, it's in pretty much all of them, their goals right there. It's where goals are scored. It's tough. It's hard to get there. You got to make it tough for their guys to get there and keep pucks away from it. But it's an emphasis of ours on both sides to be real good there, be tough to play against. It's the same principle at both ends, and it's definitely something we're going to continue to work on and be a staple of our game going forward.
It's just one game, but how do you kind of process the emotions of it with all the excitement going into a new season?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change how we approach our day-to-day. We lost the game. We're going to move on. We're trying to build for a full season here. We got work to do. We would have work to do if we came out of here with a win. There's a lot of things to learn and a lot of things we have to find in our game. And like I said, I would say the same thing if we won. It's a process, and we got to stick to it and know that we're a good hockey team in here, and we'll turn it around next game.
Jim, what stands out to you as the biggest reason for that result tonight?
I think our habits, special teams, our battle level on one-on-one battles wasn't at the level that we expect. And then I think the biggest difference was the battle at the net front. There's a process that we believe in, and a lot of those details and habits within our process cost us tonight.
A lot of shots, but why do you think so many in the goalie's logo there?
Well, one, we weren't taking away his eyes, so even if you are shooting at the logo, which you are correct, a lot hit the whatever animal that is. And I don't have an answer. We have a lot of good players that know how to score goals, and for whatever reason, we weren't on our mark tonight.
Just emotionally, how big of a letdown is a night like tonight for you guys?
It's a long season. It's a journey. It's a grind. You're going to have nights where, unfortunately, the score ends up like tonight at times. I did think for the first two periods, until it went 3-0, I liked our game quite a bit. The execution of special teams and being at the net front, I think, is why, they separated from us. I didn't like our game after that. Once it went 3-0, I didn't like the energy on our bench. I didn't like, the energy that we had on the ice, and the game kind of got away from us in the third.
I think in the second period, you guys had the first 14 shots on goal. Are you feeling good about where the game's going at that point before it goes 3-0?
Yeah, we're feeling really good. First period, we're feeling good about it. Their first goal goes off toe of a skate. The second goal is a breakdown on ours. But outside of that breakdown, I thought that there was a lot of good things we did, except, being hard in hard areas. And that's part of our process. And, we'll get better in those areas.
With Neighbors and Snuggerud there, something you saw or wanted to see differently? Or?
I thought Jake had a lot of jump, and he wasn't getting a lot of minutes just because of the way we had to kill there in the first. And I just wanted to see something different. And I thought that Suter and Snuggerud looked pretty good together, just to create a spark, because it was in that third period where we weren't creating, where we had just given up the third goal and we weren't doing anything. And same thing I did with switching Joseph and Walker, was to see if we can create a little bit more.
Jim, you said earlier it's early. Like, how do you react to something like this? You have a lot of experience doing what you do. It's early in the season, something like this.
Yeah, just being honest with the players. Exactly what you guys asked me, I told them. I think if we looked at odd man rushes, they missed on a couple, but we would have lost that too. I don't know for sure if we lost that, because we had opportunities where we were all alone with the goalie as well.